Now that is what we're talking about when we say that we're excited for Bristol. Didn't I tell y'all, all y'all that watched last night? I got all my junior stuff on. We'll talk about Dale in a bit. But didn't I tell y'all last night that this is the best race of the weekend? I love the Bristol night race, but I don't know about this car. But man, this race every year I look forward to, and I don't know about y'all. I think it delivered. I had a ton of fun with it. Welcome everybody to this post-race stream here. Welcome, Bristol. I mean, it's just Bristol, baby. Thank you to O Baby for the $4.99, saying I think it's a fail on NASCAR's part, but not going to Dale's car on fire where another team had to handle it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But first off, there is the playoffs to look at. We have Justin Allgaier getting past this round already with a dub here at Bristol. A much-deserved W at Bristol. You got John Hart Nemechek up 65, Cole Custer up 39, then 21 up for Austin Hill, 18 up for Chandler Smith, Daniel Hemrick plus 12, plus 5 for Sammy Smith, plus 4 for 8th place Sheldon Creed. Below the line, Jeb Burton, minus 4. Then you got Sam Mayer, minus 14. Parker Kligerman, I can't talk. I'm excited. I'm sorry. I'm having a great day and night. 22 down for Parker Kligerman at 11th. And then Josh Berry, 24 back in the last place spot. Max M, thank you for the 2, saying the Gator is taking it all the way. Rah, I love it. And Herschel, thank you for being a member for 4 months. Awesome race. What a night. JRM, let's talk about this night. This was the 2023 Food City 300. By the way, creds on the thumbnail. I saw Noah Lewis take it. I had to have Dale on the thumbnail. I'm going to unless something wild happens, I'm going to after the Homestead race. But this race was 300 laps long, 6 cautions, 5 leaders, 8, I believe, lead changes. Let me double check. Yes, 8 lead changes. Went for 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 11 seconds. Lil Gator, Justin Allgaier with the win. Fellow Illinois alum, not like the college, like just living in the state. And thank you, by the way, for being a member for 5 months. Timmy Wolf was awesome seeing junior lead laps, 47 of them. I'm sorry, as a junior fan, it was so damn long since I've seen him be that competitive. It was a ton of fun. I'm going to be that insufferable junior fan talking about this race a little bit. But Justin Allgaier with the win. Daniel Hemrick coming home second. Valiant effort, even though he finished 1.7 seconds back. He was just, 6 or so laps short of getting it all the way. John Hunter Nemechek with the 3rd place run. 4th is Cole Custer. Then you got Chandler Smith in 5th. 6th goes to Ryan Sieg. Then Trevor Bain in 7th. 8th, Riley Herbst. Sammy Smith comes home 9th. Kaz Gralla 10th. Getting in the top 10 tonight. Then Sheldon Creed in 11th. 12th is Derek Kraus. 13th is Jeb Burton. And Connor Mosack will round out those on the lead lap. Andrew, thank you for the 5. Junior's run was incredibly impressive. It's disappointing that a fire knocked him out, but having a legit chance to win was way more than anyone expected. I thought he was going to run 13th all night, man. I really thought that Dale was going to be going mid-pack. You know, people forget, if I'm not mistaken, Dale is turning 49 this October. Yeah, he is turning 49 in less than a month. And to be racing this good, not being in the car as much, that's impressive. I don't care who you are. I love having this Hall of Fame shirt on right now. I believe that means that Justin Allgaier is also making up some ground on Dale when it comes to the all-time wins list. And Allgaier, which I think Junior will be fine with, but Allgaier being one of Junior's guys might knock him soon out of the top 10 Xfinity winners of all time. I have the all-time wins list on my phone right now, so I can give you the 100%. Yeah, so Justin Allgaier gets his 22nd career win tonight, tying him for 12th all-time with Sam Ard and Tommy Ellis. After that, next one to get is Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tommy Houston, who are tied for 10th all-time in the Xfinity wins list. It's mighty good company to be in. But, man, that was awesome. But Looking throughout the rest of the pack, you got Parker Retzlaff finishing 15th a lap down. Same with Moffitt, 16th. 17th, you got Rajah Caruth, 2 laps down, as you have Ellis in 18th, 19th for Parsons, Williams in 20th, Kyle Sieg in 21st, all those 2 laps down. After that, Brennan Poole comes home 22nd, 3 down. Then you have, where you got it? Kyle Weatherman, he's 23rd, 3 down. 24th, 3 laps down, Jeremy Clements. Anthony Alfredo, 4 laps down in 25th spot. Joe Graff Jr., 5 down in the 26th position. 27th, Josh Bilicki, 6 laps down, as is Blaine Perkins. Chad Fincham finishes 29th, 4 laps down, or 24 laps down. Then Dale Earnhardt Jr., 30th position, finishes out of the race, but still pretty darn good race for being out of the car as long as he. Parker Kligerman, rough night, 54 laps down, still finishes the race. He's the last guy to be on the track finishing the race. After that, the rest of these guys out of the race. That is Jeffrey Earnhardt in 32nd, 33rd, Austin Hill, 34th, Brandon Jones, 35th, Sam Mayer, 36th, Josh Berry. Rough night for Berry as well. Then you got BJ McLeod in 37th, 38th, finished last on the night, Timmy Hill. Thank you, by the way, for Phoebe being a member for 6 months. Shows how talented old Junior really is. Yeah, I'd say so. But let's get into this. I'm going to give you guys the finishing order up top here. Maybe I'll lean back a little bit. 88 will go a little bit. I don't care. I'm going to be fanboy. Y'all don't really get to see me be a fanboy all that much, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can. Results up at the top. If I get anything wrong, let me know in the chat. I probably did. I've been geeking out all night. I could barely focus in the start of the run just because I was so happy to see Junior back on track. Now I know, I think I can sympathize with you Jimmy fans when Jimmy gets back on track and how excited you get. But let's get into this. I will let you know if I miss any details as well. Stage 1, I did have some stuff going on. Good stuff, but still stuff going on. So I was not 100% focused. That's more like 80. But Cole Custer starts on the pole. There was a lot of moving around and jostling in the field. A lot of people moving up in the pack. A lot of beating and banging. Again, I apologize. I did not see as much of stage 1 as I usually do. You'll find out eventually. There is a good reason for it. But Cole Custer would win stage 1 over Allgaier, Brandon Jones, John Hunter Nemechek, Trevor Bayne, and 6th was Chandler Smith. 7th was Parker Kligerman, then Sam Mayer, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in 9th, and Sammy Smith in 10th. Thank you to Phoebe for the 5. This race showed how great left turning can really be. Awesome moments, crazy wrecks, playoffs, a fun post-race celebration, emotion, strategy, drama. I agree. And it was a lot of fun. I'm telling you, the Xfinity night race at Bristol is the best race of the weekend. Like, never seems to fail. This race is always badass, always has great racing, especially for the lead. Great finishes usually. They usually come down to the wire. This is the one I look forward to the most. Now, I do think that we're going to maybe see a better night race for the Cup Series this year than we saw last year, but still, it's going to be hard to one-up this one. Going to stage 2, I'm going to admit it, I was keeping track of Dale Jr. just as much as the rest of the race. Jr. was up to 5th at this point with a good stop. This would also help catapult him later on, going up towards the lead and into the lead later. But on lap 96, they restart. The 9 and the 7, I believe, are up front. Allgaier gets to the lead now past Cole Custer. And the first real issue we see is Parker Kligerman on lap 142, I want to say. Kligerman goes to the garage with a wheel hub issue, and this puts him, 54 laps down. At the time, we're thinking, he's going to probably finish 36th. He's able to get back out there. He's able to have a bit of attrition help him out, and he ends up getting a 31st place run. That would gain him, 5 extra points that he might not have otherwise. And if I pull up the standings, if it's still up on my phone, those 5 points could be a big difference. It would be the difference between him being 11th and 12th in the standings. You know what, man? That could be a big difference in the coming weeks. After that, you had a Joe Graff spin. And again, Allgaier restarts. He's out front. It's looking like he had one of the best cars. Looking like this is a JRM night. Junior's running well. You got Allgaier up front. Mayer's running pretty well. Jones, Berry. I believe at one point, 5 of the top 10 were JRM cars. And then, as does happen so often, we got trouble with JRM. Really quick, IDK. I'll go to the gym as soon as I get off here. I do got to make a few quick phone calls. But I will be going to the gym after we get off here. But on lap 167, Berry, Mayer, Jones, and Ryan Sieg get into a crash. Sieg is able to continue on. The JRM boys, they're done for the night. I think Jones sort of hobbled around there for a little bit. That's the difference for him of finishing above or below Mayer and Berry. Mayer not very happy. I think he has every reason not to be very happy. As for where's he at? Jones. I'm looking on the on here and Jones being out, but those positions, that's big for Sam Mayer and Josh Berry. That point can really matter come crunch time. But with that, you continue on. Stage ends with Allgaier winning it, Custer in second, Austin Hill in third, Dale Jr. up to fourth, looking really good at this point. Trevor Bayne fifth. Sixth goes John Hunter Nemechek. Seventh is Daniel Hemrick. Hemrick, I got to say, impressive run tonight, especially on those old tires. I loved it. Then you got Herbst in eighth. Ninth, Chandler Smith. And before he had issues, Jeffrey Earnhardt in that 45 car. Not very often that you see an Earnhardt anymore at all in the top 10. But to see 2 Earnhardts in the top 10, that's Bristol for you. Jeffrey Earnhardt getting up 10th in the stage. They restart with 120 to go in the final stage. Dale Jr. is now leading. I am fanboying out. I don't give a shit what you say about me. I'm gonna fanboy about it. I get once, now twice a year to do it. And he looked really impressive out there. You quickly have a caution. Clements going around, nothing really too major. And again, Junior leads, this time over Bayne and Allgaier. Trevor Bayne looking to have a pretty good card. Ended up not making much noise at the end of the race, but still, good run overall for Bayne. I think Bayne at this point has proved that as long as he can get sponsorship, he should have a full-time ride. By the way, click that like button. Let's get more than 50 likes. Let's get over 100 likes by the end of this. Sub if you're new. We're going to do this tomorrow after the Bristol night race, and we're live on Eric Estep's channel this Wednesday for the NASCAR Weekly Podcast. We're going to keep talking about NASCAR forever. I will talk about NASCAR the last day that I am on this planet. I will be here. I'm excited. I'm happy. I am in a glass case of emotions, if you can't tell already. Let's keep going into this stage. You now have Junior leading, and he leads a bit. Austin Hill goes around, though, with 81 laps to go. And with that, it's off of his teammate's front bumper. Sheldon Creed gets into him. Austin Hill, not too happy whatsoever at this point. Most leaders pit up front, by the way, as this is going on. But I'm going to say, watch that little rivalry there. Hill's going to be there a while. I don't see Creed being good enough anytime soon to go up to Cup. These guys are going to, not only this year, have to deal with each other, but long term. That's a teammate. RCR Civil War. I love it all. Put it all in the chat. Who you think is winning that Civil War? Put 21 in the chat if you think it's Austin Hill. Put a 2 if you think it's going to end up being Sheldon Creed. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I got my money on that 21. Austin Hill can pretty much punch your ass into next week, as we saw last year. With 77 to go, Allgaier's now leading. Jeffrey Earnhardt does have a flat, but it's now Dale Jr. flying back up towards the front. He's on the charge trying to get the win. With 52 to go, we have a caution. Balicki is going around off of the front bumper of Raja Karuth. Man, I don't think I've seen a single 2 in there. And Alessandro, you saying Junior will be competitive at Homestead, but not like he was here tonight? Pump the brakes on that, because last time they raced there, I believe Junior was either up front in the first spot or in one of the first few spots when the final caution came out. So I don't think he will be as good, but I'm not going to doubt him. I mean, the dude's 49 and running right up there with the Xfinity guys. So I'm not going to doubt him just yet. But be careful on that one. But with this, there's another one, another caution. Allgaier has been up front on old-ass tires. He goes down to pit. At this point, people are thinking, oh, there's no way he's getting back up towards the front. But what you got to remember is that only about 15 cars at that point were on the lead lap. Others had pitted behind. So he's going to have 40-lap fresher tires than the guys up front, than those leaders. With that, 45 to go, you have a restart. John Hunter Nemechek and Daniel Hemrick are battling for the lead, fighting hard. Dale Jr.'s up there in third. Cole Custer's up there in fourth. They're all dicing it out, running around. And with that, you have Custer get past Dale Jr. He gets past John Hunter. He tries going for the lead. But attaboy to Daniel Hemrick. Hemrick fought and fought and fought up there, even with those older tires. And this, in the short track sense, is why I'm okay if it's a little harder to pass. It was harder to pass. Tires mattered. They were able to make moves because of those fresher tires, but it wasn't necessarily you blow right by him. It was great battling for the lead. I know I love me some conveyor belt Bristol. I love me some bump and runs all the time and all of that. But that was really good racing. They keep fighting. Junior's up there with them. John Hunter Nemechek's up there with them. Allgaier joins the battle. He jumps past Dale Jr. He's battling with Custer and John Hunter Nemechek towards the end. And all of a sudden, Dale Jr., the 88 car, falls off the pace. I'm thinking, oh no, he's got a flat, because they hadn't said anything at first. He's on fire. He showed after the race. It burned through his fire suit down near his foot. I was a little more scared as a fan just because there wasn't really the full extent of what was going on. I thought there was a bigger fire in there. But he pulls it off, gets to the 20 pit, gets out thanks to help from the 20 guys. And I get that it was probably a random place on pit road, but the fact that no official really came out there and got him out, it had to be crew members. I'm going to nitpick that a little bit. I get it's probably in a weird spot. I don't want to hammer him too much, but it was kind of odd that no one involved in safety really came out. It was crew guys that did. But good stuff by the 20 crew. Sucks that Junior went out, but it is what it is. That's racing. You can be mad about it. I'm not honestly that mad. Kind of sucks. I'm just happy to see Junior out there competing again. Yeah, bring up. I'm gonna fire extinguisher. I'm not saying that. I want to get this stream nuked off YouTube. But with that, the battle ends up being between Daniel Hemrick and Dustin Allgaier. And finally, as they're going through lap traffic, tires finally relent, and Hemrick is starting to have handling issues. We knew it was coming. Allgaier with the way fresher tires at this point, probably 60, 70 laps fresher tires at this point. He finally gets past him, rolls on to victory. And you know what? I saw one of y'all in the chat. I don't know which one of you it was, but somebody had said that this was Allgaier's first win at Bristol in like 10, 15 years. I don't remember. I'll be honest. It was only in the last 4 or 5 years I really started following Xfinity week to week. So apologies on my part if I'm wrong on any of that. But I know that he's had a ton of issues when it came to closing it out. He'll lead tons of laps at 2010 is what I'm seeing in the chat. Damn. What were y'all doing in 2010? Because that was 13 years ago. I can tell you in 2010, I think that summer into fall, I think I was going into 7th grade. Man, that is a long time. But thank God he finally gets it. It's been so many trials and errors and all these different things, trial by fire, whatever you want to say about it. But Allgaier, I think if that crowd couldn't see Dale Jr. win, they wanted to see Justin Allgaier win. Allgaier's had so many times where he's been so close. I can't lie. I'm happy he won. I like it. The rest of JRM completely imploded. At least the 7 car kept going. Like I said, he is into the round of 8 in the Xfinity Series. The only one advanced. I'll repeat really quick for y'all. John Hunter Nemechek right now up 65. Then you got Cole Custer up 39. 21 up for Austin Hill. Chandler Smith plus 18. Then Daniel Hemrick plus 12. Sammy Smith up 5. Sheldon Creed up 4. After that, 4 guys underneath the cut line. These are the dudes in the danger zone. You got Jeb Burton -4, Sam Mayer 14, Parker Kligerman -22, and Josh Berry last so far -24. Pride of Hendersonville back there. By the way, come on, we can get at least one. Like, we're at 68. Let's get to at least 69. Let's get to the nice amount of likes. But I gotta say, I'm still pretty excited for the night race tomorrow. I cannot wait to watch it. Bristol is always fun, man. It's Bristol, baby. And on top of that, we got the podcast on Wednesday, and we got 69 likes. Nice. Looking in the chat, anything else we got? Yeah, NWP chat's going to be very, very happy after this race. Man. What a race. I hope that the cup race is just something close to this tomorrow night. I cannot wait. I'm going to go get a drink of water. You can probably hear the energy's still high, but the voice is going a little bit away. And as Alessandro says, tomorrow we will see the scrubs get eliminated. Or Martin Truex Jr. I wouldn't call him a scrub. But thank you all so much for watching. I am going to probably go to the gym with old IDK player. I'm seeing, I saw him in there say he'd wait up. I'm happy. It's just, yeah, life's good. But y'all have a great night. I cannot wait to see y'all tomorrow night for once out of, I think, 38 weeks of the year. But it's not a bye week. We get a Sunday off this week, so I'll enjoy that. But y'all have a great night. I'll see you later. And until next time, have a good one.